This is my latest news update for Medellin Colombia and Colombia as a whole. Unfortunately, I need to report on the death of two more Americans that was not widely publicized within the past 2 months in Medellin, Colombia. Follow along.
You're watching dcbornrob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC Born Rob or DC Rob or Rob. I answer to them all. In this video, I'm going over the latest news updates for Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. If you're ever getting any benefit out of my videos, do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And now to the news. The first story, I cannot mention the name of the gentleman who has passed away. 2 days ago, I received a correspondence from the mother of one of the deceased asking if I had any further details. We expected to communicate the following day. At that point, the mother decided that they need to continue to mourn in their own way, and they do not want to entertain any further communications with the press or with the public. Prayers go out to this family. Again, won't say his name, but it's a young man that I would say by all instances was a sharp, cool, nice young man. I read his bio, I read his history, I looked at Facebook and a few other sources, and this was a good guy. We don't know what happened. The toxology report is not in yet, I don't believe, or sure, I don't have it for sure. But I believe it stated that he had had a heart attack. Can't read any more into the story than that, but condolences go to this young man. This happened over the Labor Day holiday. Also, according to Cubo, Medellin.com, a body that was recovered from the river had stab wounds. Now, this is dated August 2nd through August 6th. August 2nd is when it happened. I don't know how this story got by me. It's only in one or two sources right now and not on the main pages that I normally look at, because keep in mind, I look at this daily. I don't know, 10, 15 different media sources. But it states that socorristas from the fire department and the Antioquia capital extracted the body of a man from the waters of the Medellin River. The case was reported at about 6:42 a.m. on Monday, August 2nd, after the authorities were alerted to the presence of the body floating in the water at the height of the Santa Fe neighborhood, a sector known as Industriales. On the ground, officials from the Technical Investigation Corps of the prosecutor's office inspected the body and established that the victim had injuries produced with a sharp object. During the judicial procedure, the deceased could not be identified. It was known that his age would range between 30 and 35 years. It also known that he had a cross-shaped tattoo on his abdomen and other images on his back and arms. And it's asking for anyone who knows the family of this gentleman or the family to alert them. Now, this was on the 2nd. Again, I like to have two sources, and I actually found this one on Minuto 30. He is an American citizen, it's entitled. They identified the body that was found a few days ago in Industriales. Okay, as 35-year-old Michael Andrés Toro Caro, the body found in the Industriales Medellin sector was identified in the morning of the hours of Monday, August 2nd. According to the authorities, this man was born on July 24th, 1986 in Plainfield, New Jersey in the United States, whose body is found in the facilities of the National Institute of Legal Medicine and Forensic Sciences, Regional Northwest in Medellin. The entity reported that so far no person has approached to claim his body or ask about the case, which is why they asked for the information to be disseminated. If you know of Michael Andrés Toro, you can contact the authorities and it gives this information. Again, this is Minuto 30. If you cannot find it, please reach out to me. If his family is watching this video by any chance, my condolences. Any assistance we can offer here, please let me know. And if anyone knows this gentleman, please pass on this information. Somehow this story just slipped. This makes 4 Americans in the past 2.5 months that lost their life in Medellin, Colombia. By coincidence, the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, will travel to Quito, Ecuador, and Bogota, Colombia. Go figure. It's the two countries where we're having issues right now, continuing with the death of Americans and tourists way back to April 20th with the death of Timothy Reed Sr. And of course, in Ecuador, we're dealing with the brothers, the Stevenson brothers, in an Ecuadorian prison in Cuenca, Ecuador. Please, if you have been following either one of these cases, you have the information to their representatives, or go back and look at those videos. I'll also put it here in the body of the description. Please contact their representatives. Both the Stevenson brothers and the Reed family need your assistance. Now the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, is headed there. Call your congressman and have them reach out to him to have these cases addressed. Please, I'm asking for assistance. Now, I also reached out to the State Department, their press office, and I have the formal response from them. This is from a State Department spokesman. It states that the Department of State publishes statistics on U.S. citizens who die overseas from non-natural causes, and those statistics can be accessed via our website, and it gives the site. We can confirm the death of 2 U.S. citizens in Colombia. Out of respect to the family, we have no further comment at this time. Again, that is from a State Department spokesman. This next story, this one really rubbed me the wrong way. A guy of Dutch heritage went through Parque Lleras walking with a young lady on a leash, and she was scantily clad, is what they say. This one is from a Minuto 30. Again, it's entitled, I'm Giving Money Away, Justify the Dutchman Who Walked a Woman on a Leash Through Provenza. That's right. He walked a woman on a leash through Provenza. Now, here why he did this. Another video of a foreigner was known who took a woman in lingerie for a walk in Provenza, where she would give her justification for what happened. The answer was recorded in a video after the Provenza manager complained about the situation. So he was confronted. What did the subject say in Provenza? This man says that he was recording a video so that people can see that foreigners can come and travel with prepaid people in Medellin. He claimed to be an influencer, and I don't know how, if this is prostitution, questioned Cabollo while recording with his cell phone. You know, there were a lot of people around him with cameras and so on. Quote, "Look, love, do you want the truth or not? I walk here every day and giving away money that I make in Europe," replied the man. "I'm giving free papaya in the streets to show people that a blonde like me can walk here without being threatened." So this is this influencer's way of encouraging visitors for prostitution in Parque Lleras. The mayor had a response to this. So from El Colombiano, the mayor's office asked for the expulsion of a foreigner who walked with a half-naked model in Medellin. So for his work and effort to promote prostitution and the fact that you can walk a woman on a leash in Parque Lleras, he's going to be kicked out of the country, according to the mayor. Or I guess the mayor is asking to have him kicked out of the country, but definitely out of Medellin. And this is from Mayor Quintero. He states, the mayor's office of Medellin asked the immigration authorities to carry out the necessary procedures to expel from the country the foreigner who starred in a scandal in Provenza neighborhood when walking a model in underwear on public roads. On the morning of this Monday, Mayor Daniel Quintero declared that we are asking Migración Colombia to expel the Dutchman who came to damage the image of Medellin and Main Street women in the city. This person is not good for Medellin. That is not the fame that we want for this city. The person involved is Patrick Slurick, that's his name, a tourist from the Netherlands, where he is a personal trainer and owner of a gym, according to his profile on Instagram. On the night of Friday, October 8th, the European walked through the streets of Provenza neighborhood with the Colombian model and webcam Alejandra Torres. He wore a cachaco suit and she paraded by his side in underwear while a cameraman recorded the scene for his social networks. The situation exasperated several diners in Provenza, especially some women who were filmed without authorization. Those present called the scene sexual tourism, confronted the protagonist, and called the police. It was recorded in several videos circulating on the internet. So there's the result of this guy trying to say that you can come down and walk safely. There's other ways to say that Medellin is safe, but this was the result of it. So now he can't come in. Now, if Migracion catches him at the border trying to fly back in, he can no longer do his little skits. Okay, one last story I'm going to leave with this one. This was, again, from Minuto 30, but let me stop also and say if you're going to Medellin, Colombia, and going to Medellin, Colombia should be for the experience right now, for the experienced travelers. I cannot wholeheartedly recommend that people who don't visit outside of the U.S. either often or never been to Colombia and have no idea what they're walking into may want to wait a little bit just to have this worked out. But again, this one is Minuto 30. With any entry of food trucks, other activities to reactivation continues in the Lleras Park. So they're doing something to try to encourage positive visitors or positive tourism to Parque Lleras in Medellin. It says the activities articulated between the different dependencies in Medellin Mayor's Office, such as the Agency for Landscape Management, Heritage, and Public-Private Partnerships, APP Agency, and the Government of Economic Development Secretariats, included gastronomic festival with 6 food trucks of recognized brands, a fair for artisans, entrepreneurs, and artists with more than 50 participants and 135 new square meters of economic use with the business extension for 4 establishments. So they're growing. They're trying to grow it with food businesses, with restaurants, with artists, and people who sell their wares. They're trying to do something. So from what I can tell, Medellin is attempting to do something, especially the police, by having undercover agents working in the restaurants and so on that I reported a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, this is the news as of today. It is October 15th, 2021. Thank you guys for watching and be safe.
We have a YouTube channel. Like it.
Please comment and share if you like the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.